What is going on, guys? TheLostYeti here, and welcome back to another episode of Mystery Build Swap. Today, we're going to be doing a mystery build swap in the theme of fantasy. For those of you who are not familiar with a mystery build swap, we're going to go over the rules real quick. If you already know, skip to the timestamp above. Let's get right into the rules. Mystery Build Swap is a Minecraft minigame where you and a partner build mystery builds, as the name implies. The way that it works is I start building a build that my partner doesn't know, he starts building a build that I don't know, and we have to give clues throughout the rounds to try to get the other person to guess what the build is supposed to be. The rounds are as follows. We start off with a 5-minute hint round to start us off. Afterwards, we give our build to the other person for 10 minutes to continue. After those 10 minutes, we have another 5-minute hint round where we add whatever we think is necessary to get them back on track, with a final 20-minute complete the build round where anything that needs to be finished is finished. And during this entire process, we are only able to break our own blocks, which makes building anything that much harder. At the very end, we will have the grand reveal where we will open up a book that we hid the entire time that will reveal if our build is correct or way, way wrong. And most of the time, it's way wrong. So without further ado, let's get right into the episode. So I should be ready and set when you are, good sir.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to start the timer. Alexa, set a 5-minute timer.
All right, let's get this.
How did my snow golem get out?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's still the other one that I need to take care of.
Yeah, I think you accidentally freed a wild snow golem who is wreaking havoc with all of our audience members. Right, I think you got all this now. So I see you have a wandering snow golem, and I see you have some sort of white building, perhaps, with... I'm not positive if the fencing is just for the snow golems to stay on your build, or if it's part of the build. I'm gonna assume it's just to keep them on the top of your build. You can confirm or deny if you'd like, but...
Yeah, no, that is just so that those snow golems don't escape anymore than they already did.
Now, I see that you've got some sort of structure going here. My current fear, my greatest fear, is I don't know why, but I'm just immediately jumping to like Game of Thrones, and I'm like, I know nothing about Game of Thrones. So if this is anything related to Game of Thrones, I'm just like, they have like that kind of older style building, and I'm afraid, deeply, deeply afraid. So there's that. I got a couple trees. I'm also a little afraid that you might have decided, because my name's Yeti, to do a Yeti, but it doesn't look like that, at least not immediately. So I'm a little lost. I think my current rendition is going to be to extend this building a little bit and build it out, because I think that it's some sort of lodge. At least that gives me a little bit more direction, at least until my hint drops, without derailing me too much. So that's where I'm going to go with this. I'm going to avoid touching on the wilderness, because I think that's pretty much set in stone. And we take it from there.
I don't know. Well, the snow golem is going to work on this side, so...
Yeah,
that's the good thing.
He's having a good time. Now, this is really an all or nothing. We're going to be testing your fantasy knowledge here. This thing is not centralized to one element of fantasy. It exists in multiple different realms or universes or whatever, whatever description of fantasy you want to give it.
Is the phoenix coming? No, hold on. What does a phoenix out of the ashes look like? That's some kind of a bird.
So you will kind of have to decipher it a little bit. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this particular thing, which will be quite curious. I will not lie in saying that, to my knowledge, this thing is a combination of, I believe, 2, if not 3 animals. I'm pretty sure it's 2. Test your knowledge of fantasy here.
Well, I had to Google what the griffin looks like because I know the griffin has the bird in the front, but I wasn't sure what it has in the back. It could be that, but you said 3 animals, so I'm just gonna commit to the griffin, I think.
All right. So I've got my bar in place. I'm ready when you are.
Alexa, set a 10-minute timer. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, time is already up.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Time is flying.
Yeah, time is absolutely flying. I was actually starting to have fun with this one. It's a very cool aesthetic. I'm also now realizing that my window is off center and ask that you don't look at that. Just ignore me. You saw nothing.
Now looking at it, I have one thing that I'm really concerned about. But maybe we're able to save it, or maybe I just have to change my expectations a little bit.
Oh my goodness gracious, his head, it just flows into his body. It's all one unit. It's like a melted ice cream cone.
But you built the head so low.
Yeah. Listen, we can all talk about my flaws, but it's still brilliant.
But now the head can round down, and then you can make the back needs to be extended. The back definitely needs to be extended.
No, it's fine. This is, it's salvageable. You know the commercials where it's like a bird flies into a window? It's like the eagle flew right into a window, and then this is, but he's okay. He's loving life.
All right, look, here's the window.
And now he's just got a monocle. Or some, like, new age sunglasses on. Those are his blue light glasses for when he spends long hours looking at the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we both have a good amount of work to do.
Maybe it is about.
One way to find out. You gotta stick through to the reveal.
All right, Alexa, set a 5-minute timer. That is our timer.
Okay. Oh man,
Okie dokie.
This poor guy. He is not having a good time.
Let's look at the bird shape first.
Well, he's definitely been compressed, almost as if you've taken him and made him into like one of those squishy toys for children, or like the bird hitting the window.
It looks like a dodo that kind of got compressed into a wiener dog. Instead of an eagle with a lion, it's just the dodo with the wiener dog.
It's almost as if you threw in whatchamacallit, a pug. It's like when you're mixing dog breeds and you throw the pug in there. It's just got that squished nose.
Oh man, I know what I have to do. So
So you know what you have to do, which is a fantastic thing because I have no idea what I have to do.
All right.
So, okay, so you've got some sort of lantern going on over here, some sort of light source. Judging by the fact that the snow golem cannot reach you, you definitely put snow on top there on purpose for some particular reason. Then, in my lovely winter abode, which I might not be able to fit through the door, you have almost an elevator, like to a mine shaft, and I am very confused.
Let me throw you one more hint. See the size of this lamp and the size of the thing that I built here, and the size of the trees. Actually, well, this one I wasn't able to make bigger, but you see my scale is different than your scale.
Ah. Given the hints, it was a very good hint. Given the hints, I believe I have one chance at this. And I don't know if it's a correct one because I'm not super strong on it, so it'll be a surprise to everybody, including myself, when we come out the other side on this. But I am hopeful. I am very hopeful.
Transition word. We are ready for the next 20 minutes of this time lapse. Alexa, set a 20-minute timer.
So, timer ran out, and now we have our two final builds.
And they are beautiful. If you look from far away and close both of your eyes, they are amazing.
Squint a little bit. Tilt your head, 45 degrees at least. Oh, but they are beautiful for their own very reasons. I welcome you to the Smurf Village, based entirely on the fact that you said that the scaling here was different, and that this was supposed to be some sort of cabin in the woods in a snowy theme. Now, I do not recall if the Smurfs had anything to do with... the door's a little broken, don't mind me. But I don't know if you... the Smurfs are supposed to be in the snow or not, but inside we can see a Smurf hanging out with his coffee table on his little couch. You've got a little bookcase. You've got a fireplace that doesn't make any logical sense because I ran out of spots, so ignore that. But outside we have our little porch, our plants, our mushroom roof, because I think that's what the Smurfs had. And then you have Papa Smurf, because he's got their little red hat out here greeting all of his patrons. And another generic Smurf over here.
Because... Oh, I didn't saw the one over here.
Yeah. So...
They even have a face.
A little last minute change or directions, but they're fantasy, right? They're something. You okay? You okay there?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're.
This door reminds me of somebody's door.
The door works really well.
What is this one here?
Which piece?
This one here with the redwood and the...
So that is my problems that I like to run away from. And you created this and it looked like an elevator. And I have no idea what it's supposed to be. So it's like a mud room to the house.
Okay.
And I do recall in the Smurfs that there was some sort of contraption to help them get around. And Oh, help me. I am hoping that it is in the same universe and not completely unrelated. So that was that.
Well, last chance before you pick up the book to redeem yourself. If I tell you this one here is a closet or an armoire, you have
Ah,
any idea what it could be?
well, that does also create another problem. It possibly could be the wardrobe from the line The Witch and the Wardrobe for Narnia. But what would create a problem with me is I don't actually know anything about that, and I also don't know anything about the scaling. I thought that they were real sized people that went through the wardrobe. So unless they have dwarves of some sort in that universe, which is possible, I think you might
Well,
have
I guess
got
it's
one
time
over
for
on
you
me.
to pick up the book. But as you said, going through into the kingdom, I'm like, oh yeah, he is throwing hints. Everybody's gonna know it now. So, did you figure it out at this point what it is, or did you have to watch it up until this point, where he is going to pick up the book?
Survey says it is Narnia. Okay. I'm gonna need an explanation. So you have the wardrobe, you have Narnia, you have the closet to Narnia. So that's the wooden wardrobe that they walk through. What does a lamppost, a closet, and fur coats have to do with Narnia?
Okay, so this one here actually should be just a room, and if we would have gone with the regular scaling of Minecraft, then it would have been just like 2 blocks by 2 blocks because it would have been small. So that's why I made it bigger. So you actually would be too small, but it's like double the size. So a person would be about up until this height here. And to get into the kingdom of Narnia, you walk through the closet and you have to move the fur coats away. So I was hoping to see some wool or some banners hanging here for the fur coats. And then if you step through, you come into the snow winter wonderland, and you have that one big lamp post that is right outside of when you enter Narnia.
That would make sense.
And the scale, I made everything bigger because otherwise it would not have made sense. I mean, otherwise I would have used a quarter of it. I couldn't use any details, so you could not have put any fur coats in a closet or things like that.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Well, your scale hint sent me overboard. I was not gonna get to Narnia either way, but I'm happy that I have ended up in the Smurf lands because they're happy little Smurfs.
They are happy little Smurfs, and I think it is absolutely cute.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another wonderful episode of Mystery Build Swap. If you guys want to go watch Johnny's perspective and find out if he got his build correctly, I will leave a link to it down in the description box down below. As always, guys, if you enjoyed, consider leaving a like, subscribe for more Mystery Build Swap, let us know down in the comments what themes you want to see us do in the future. As always, guys, this has been your host, The Lost Yeti, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.